Hey, what's up? This is Dynadian. I'm here with my 2017 Dyna Street Bob, and today I'm reviewing my Two Brothers Dyna Compass exhaust. Alright, so as you can see, I got the Gen 1 Compass exhaust here from Two Brothers. You can tell it's the Gen 1 because of the carbon fiber tip. Anyways, you can see I went with ceramic black. I wanted a black exhaust. It comes in stainless steel, polished stainless, and black. I just wanted black at the time because I had so many chrome parts. I used to have the stock shocks and the stock air filter. And I've upgraded since then, so I would be fine with the stainless steel, but at the time I thought that a stainless steel exhaust would clash with those chrome parts. So I went with black. Anyways, I'll talk the rest of the time while I'm on the bike, so I'll just get ready here, and we'll go for a ride. Alright. So I'm going to go over the selection process as to why I chose this exhaust, and then I'll go over some of the pros and cons, what I believe is good about this exhaust and what I believe is bad. There's a little bit of both. So I don't know if you can tell, I have no idea how much this mic is picking up, but it's a deep, quiet rumble. I really like that. That's one of the reasons I chose this exhaust. Anyways, when I was looking for an exhaust, I had a couple things in mind that I wanted. So first of all, I wanted a 2-in-1. I wanted black. I wanted a short exhaust. And I wanted one that wasn't too loud. So I was looking at a few different things. I was looking at the Two Brothers Gen 1, Two Brothers Gen 2, the Bassani Road Rage 1, and Road Rage 2. I was also interested in Thunderheader, but I believe the Thunderheader is a little too loud. I live close to Vancouver, and there's a lot of cops, and they pull people over for noise violations on vehicles. And I'm not looking to get a ticket. I'm not looking to remove it because I get a ticket. So I decided I'd get an exhaust that could idle. I could at least get away with idling in the town. If I see a cop, just pull the clutch in, let go. I'm not gonna get in trouble for that. They're not gonna hear anything. It sounds almost as quiet as a stock exhaust. So anyways, really came down to, yes, the Two Brothers Gen 1, Gen 2, and then the Bassani Road Rage 1, Road Rage 2. For Two Brothers, I went with the Gen 1 because Gen 2 to me just kind of looked too boring. I don't know what it was. I guess the megaphone muffler, the shape was just a little awkward to me. As for the carbon fiber tip on this one, I didn't really care if I got a carbon fiber tip or not. I think it looks cool. It's a little bit different for a Harley. I'd say that's more of a sport bike thing, but Two Brothers does come from that sport bike world, so it's understandable. And it kind of stands out a bit, so whatever. I like it. With the Two Brothers Gen 1 and Gen 2, there's not heat shields on the entire thing. So that means that when it gets hot, a ceramic black is going to brown. And I know this already with this exhaust. I am already starting to get a bit of browning on the headers particularly, but it's not too bad. In comparison to a Thunder header, it's nothing. I've seen some Thunder headers that look like they're just rusting through, and I think it's just from the heat, and I don't know what's going on with them. I love the Thunder header, but man, that quality just looks like shit. I love the look of the Bassani. I love that it has heat shields covering the entire thing. but it was a little bit longer than what I liked. Well, just a little bit. I don't know, it wasn't that much longer than the Two Brothers exhaust, but still just a little bit longer. There was a couple things holding me back from the Bassani's. One was that if I could get any exhaust and not worry about scraping, I would have got the Bassani Road Rage 2. But the Bassani Road Rage 2, both the header pipes go underneath the front foot peg, and I've seen so many. I've seen them all over the place, the Road Rage 2s, and the bottom header pipe at the front has a bunch of scrapes all over them. They almost always do on all the bikes I've seen, and I don't want to be scraping my exhaust. Like, they're so expensive these days. They're over $1,000. With the Road Rage 1, it didn't have the same issue. The header pipe took the same path as the Two Brothers. Yeah, there was only one pipe going under the foot peg. The Road Rage 1, I didn't love the look of it. And I also heard that both the Road Rage 1 and 2, they have a drone at higher speeds. This exhaust does not have a drone at higher speeds, and I should say highway speeds, you know, just cruising along. There's no drone. You only really hear it when you get on the gas. And some people like the drone, some people don't like the drone. I don't like the drone. So really, I chose this exhaust because it's not too loud. It was black. It was short. I like the look of it better than the Road Rage 1. Not much else to it. So next I'm going to go over the pros and cons of the exhaust. So pros. The sound is amazing. I love the sound of this exhaust. It's very deep, and while it's not as deep as a Thunder header, it is the closest thing I can find. Closest thing I've ever heard, I would say. Another pro with this exhaust is the looks. I do love the look of this exhaust. I mean, I personally love it. I wasn't always into 2-into-1s. I wasn't always into the club style look. But once I got the Dyna, I got onto Instagram. You know, I made my Dynadian account. I had plans on motovlogging for the longest time, but first I just wanted to make an account and take some pictures, post some, just see what was out there in the Dyna world. And once I started following a bunch of club style accounts, I started noticing that was what I wanted to do with this bike. And at the start, that was not the plan. My plan was pretty much to keep it stock with the little mini ape hangers, and I had a 2-person seat. I still have a 2-person seat. It's a different seat. That'll be a different video. So one thing I really do gotta point out with this exhaust is it is very quiet at idle. It's just above stock decibels, I would say. Oh, barren area. Okay. It's only stock volume at idle. You'll definitely still annoy your neighbors if you want to, but you don't have to. That's the great thing about this exhaust, is I can turn the bike on in the morning and I don't piss everyone off. It's really not bad, and once it warms up, it's perfect. You'll never be harassed by the cops if you're taking it easy riding around. I didn't really get to the performance aspect of this exhaust. So right now I use the Harley Pro Street Tuner. It's the only tuner that I'm allowed to use on this bike without voiding the engine's warranty. Well, at least that's what my dealership told me, and I know that is the Harley's corporate policy now from 2017 and on. But I heard that some dealerships don't necessarily void your warranty if you're using an aftermarket tuner, but mine said they did void the warranty. I didn't know at the time that some dealerships would not do that, so I probably should have shopped around a bit more, but what do you do? So yeah, I have to use the Harley Pro Street Tuner. It's really meant for the Screaming Eagle parts. You know, the Screaming Eagle exhaust, Screaming Eagle intake. I do have a Screaming Eagle intake now, but I have the Two Brothers exhaust, and the tune for it, I wouldn't say it's EPA emission standard. I'm pretty sure it's a it is a race, it is considered a race exhaust along with every other aftermarket exhaust. So the tune on it isn't perfect. It does pop quite a bit, but you can kind of hear it. Or now you probably can't actually hear it right now. All right, so some of the cons to this exhaust. Well, first of all, the browning. I've been riding the bike for about 4,000 kilometers now. I've done one longish ride, I should say 2 there and back. Most of it is just in town, putting around. And yeah, it is getting a bit brown. Not on the heat shields, but on the rest of the exhaust. On the headers primarily. The muffler is kind of getting brown, but not too bad. Alright, so another thing I dislike about this exhaust, I don't know if I can even really blame it on the exhaust, because I honestly think it's more the tuner, is the popping. The popping on this exhaust can be pretty brutal. As I say, it doesn't do it. The popping only really happens in between 1800 RPM and 2200 RPM. At this point, if you let go of the throttle, it pops. The popping isn't that loud. It's really not as violent as the Rush slip-ons I had. There was popping with those as well, which is why I believe it's because of the tuner and not the exhaust. So that's a bit of a pain in the ass, but it's not too bad. The exhaust does get scratched up pretty easily. I mean, as long as you're careful when you're installing it, you're gonna be fine. But, you know, this was my first full exhaust I ever installed. I was trying to figure it out, and apparently 2-into-1s are a little bit harder. Pretty nice view. So yeah, I heard the 2-into-1s are a little bit harder to install because you kind of have to get the headers to line up with the muffler, and it wasn't too bad. Yeah, it took me a while, but I am not a mechanic by any means. I've been doing all the mods on my bike, but it takes me some time, especially having to halfway through a project have to go buy another tool as I realize I don't have something I need. That can be annoying. But yeah, install wasn't too bad. So overall, would I buy this exhaust again? I would go with, yes I would. Would I don't know if I would go with the black again. You know, just kidding, I would go with the black again. I don't want the stainless steel. So yeah, anyways, that's it. That's all I have for you today. So once again, this is Dynadian. Follow me on Instagram. Just look up I am Dynadian. You know, follow or subscribe to me on YouTube. That'd be nice. Even like the video. That'd be even nicer. You guys are so nice. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you, everyone.